Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of stuff to go over for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. We have a new rumor that's just popped up. We have some new DLC theories, updates to take a look at. There's a lot of stuff to break down today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Just trying to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at a new rumor that's just popped up on 4chan about the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. Now, of course, because it was taken from 4chan, as always, take it with a massive grain of salt. 99 times out of 100, these turn out to be false, but of course, we do know that there are actual legit leakers on 4chan. Somebody leaked the Terraform stuff, somebody leaked trailer stuff, so there are people out there that actually have connections to the Pokemon company. However, though, this one isn't a very big rumor, so I don't know if that gives it more validity or not, because sometimes when a rumor goes into detail about every little thing, it turns out to be false. Usually, the correct rumors or leaks just kind of go over a few things and then they just all turn out to be correct. Anyway, let's go over it regardless. It was posted by Anonymous and it's called the Teal Mask Leak. So nothing in here about the Indigo Disc. This is just about the Teal Mask. So it starts off by saying Ogerpon is a fairy grass type Pokemon. It is called the Masked Apple Pokemon. So I guess Apple is a reference to like another school or something, because obviously we have the different schools. We have like the Orange School, the Grape School, the Blueberry School, all that stuff. So that's obviously a reference to a different kind of school. Obviously, the Teal Mask is going to have massive mask kind of connotations and stuff, because as well as it being called the Teal Mask, like Ogerpon has a mask, and it seems that the other legendary Pokemon that have also been revealed, Pheasantipity, exactly, etc., also have a mask. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of connotations about masks and stuff. But yeah, Fairy Grass is an interesting type for Ogerpon. I wouldn't picture it as being a Fairy Grass. For me, it would be Fairy Dark. I don't know if that's just because of its color scheme or not, but I mean, they all look like they could be dark types. Yeah, Fairy Grass potentially for Ogerpon. Again, if this rumor doesn't turn out to be true, of course, Ogerpon could still be Fairy Grass. I'm not ruling that out at all. The 3 known Pokemon are determined by the starter you choose at the beginning of the game. So we had this in like old Pokemon games where if you chose a certain Pokemon, you'd get a different Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it happened in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, where the starter you chose kind of made the certain legendary beast appeared. So I think if you chose like, I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, but I think if you chose like Charmander, you'd have like Suicune appear. If you chose Bulbasaur, you'd have like Raikou appear. If you chose Squirtle, you'd have like Entei appear. So that was something like that, and this seems to be a similar situation. So yeah, the choice at the beginning of the game, like if you chose Fuecoco, you get the monkey, which is a ghost type. They say here like they don't say this is the actual selection, they just say like for an example. So I don't know if they would like know like which ones you'd actually get, but yeah, apparently if you chose Fuecoco, you get the monkey. If you choose Sprigatito, then you get the bird, which is a psychic type, and if you chose Quaxly, then you get the green dog, which is ground type. Again, I don't think they would do that for the starter Pokemon that you kind of choose at the start of this DLC. I'm pretty sure people would be a little bit pissed because you can't go back and change which starter. Like, for me, I didn't choose Fuecoco, but if I did, like, the monkey's my least favorite one out of them. I absolutely despise the monkey. I don't like the design of it at all. And so if I was stuck with that, I'd be very, very disappointed. And again, it is obviously the same case with Fire Red and Leaf Green, but with this, it's, you know, because you're paying for it, I think that would be like kind of looked bad upon and stuff like that. So I don't think this is true at all. I just can't see them doing that. Again, the bird could be psychic type, the dog could be ground type. They don't even call the names of the actual Pokemon. They just say the bird, the green dog, the monkey. They don't actually give the names and stuff. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. Like, if you were a leaker, you would give the actual names. Apparently the Furret family and the Poochyena family have new regional forms. Now, I'm pretty sure both of these Pokemon do appear in the DLC in the data mine, but again, we don't know which DLC they're appearing in. The only Pokemon that we know that are going to be in the Indigo Disc and the Teal Mask are the ones that were shown on the Pokemon website and like in the trailers and stuff. We do have the data mine of all the DLC Pokemon returning, but again, we don't know which DLC pack those are going to be in. But yeah, apparently the Furret family and the Poochyena family are having new regional forms, and some others too, but obviously doesn't list them. And then this is what just gives me a massive red flag about this. So there's a wishing shrine that earns you items and Pokemon by using real money. So basically Pokemon being pay to win, apparently now. Now the only way I could see this being a little bit true, which again, I don't think it will be at all, because obviously you have to pay for the DLC, but the only way I could see this being true is that we know Riddler-Ku has obviously posted before saying that there is going to be a PK Hex-like feature in the DLC, and like I say, the only way I could see this being true is if that you had to pay for any kind of Pokemon, which again happens in real life on like eBay. Like you can go on eBay and like buy hacked Pokemon and stuff, but instead you pay real money to get any certain Pokemon. So that's the only way I could see that being true. I completely am against that, though. I don't think it's going to be true at all. I don't think Pokemon would ever do that. Again, they have been a little bit, you know, money hungry in the past, but I don't think they would ever do something like that. I think that would be properly like frowned upon, especially because you have to buy the DLC as well. I like the idea of a wishing shrine that creates items and Pokemon, but using real money is just ridiculous. That PK Hex feature could be cool as a wishing shrine, but yeah, like I say, not for me. So that's the rumor. Again, take it with a massive grain of salt. I don't think it's true at all. The fact that they don't even list the names of the legendaries, real money, it's just all a bit of BS, really, in my opinion. So that's the rumor. Let's move on to some new theories for the DLC. This was posted by Soul Silver Art with 2 really cool theories from the community. So fanfiction. In the thread below, I went into my own theories about Ogerpon. Check it out. But these 2 ideas from you guys got me thinking too. What if instead of bringing Herba Mystica from Area 0, Ogerpon is the origin of Herba Mystica, and he brought it to AZ, Area 0. Like, maybe the energy from the crystals fused with his legendary grass typing to create Herba Mystica. Ogerpon could be old enough to have gone there before Heath. I really like the idea that Ogerpon is the reason behind Herba Mystica, and then Terrapagos is the reason behind terrestrialization, because it just kind of gives you an origin story for both of these massive things in in the Pokemon Generation 9 game. So I would really like the idea that that is the case. I'm not sure Ogerpon is going to be the reason behind Herba Mystica, as much as we know that the 3rd legendary, or Terrapagos, whether it is the 3rd legendary or not, we're not sure, but that Pokemon is clearly terrestrialization's origin. But yeah, Ogerpon not so much. I also like the idea that Ogerpon could be the famous king of the Paldean Empire that had to flee from the treasures of ruin or was killed by them, and then he became Ogerpon, which could make him Grass Ghost. Or maybe it was some other human that befell a similar fate that somehow became Ogerpon and had to flee Paldea. If it is a grass type, we could definitely see it having some sort of Pokedex entry like that, because I don't know if you've seen Pokedex entries for Ghost type. They are a bit crazy. Like, they are really just sad. They're like the craziest, darkest Pokedex entries ever. It's really weird. Fun ideas to think about in these dry times. I have a few good things cooking that will be ready soon too. And then I wouldn't mind Ogerpon being Ghost Grass. Personally, I think it'll be Grass Dark. I just like the rest of the Ruined Pokemon that have Dark types. Plus, it wouldn't be the first time a king lost its kingdom. It's definitely all possible. So yeah, some really cool theories there about Ogerpon. And then finishing things off, we also have this about Terrapagos terrestrialization. We've got a theory about both the legendaries today. So this is Soul Silver Art once again saying, in the build to a much bigger theory, have you noticed that Terrapagos is nearly identical to the depiction of the small turtle on top of the odd sphere in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet book? I thought its eyes were different, but no, Terrapagos has red circles around its eyes and then blue irises, making it look like its eyes have 3 layers of depth to them, and its pupils are star-shaped just like the drawing. It has the same shell and fur and tails. The only thing vastly different is the one hexagon on its back isn't a crown. Well, not yet. I'd bet that it uses its own type changing powers. The hexagon will become a crown similar to the drawing. Again, the hat that Terrapagos probably wears when it terrestrializes is the crown, because obviously we all know that Pokemon gets a hat when they terrestrialize, like the water types getting a fountain on their head. I reckon that the new form of Terrapagos, which again it could get, or an evolution, that crown is its hat, and then that's how it gets like every single type terrestrialization. Like, that's, I'm pretty sure, what its gimmick is going to be, hence all the types on its back and stuff. But either way, yeah, like, this is in ink, which is why we knew that it was going to look like this, whereas the Walking Wake and the Iron Leaves kind of drawings were completely different because they were just like quick sketches and stuff. We also have Champion Spirit here saying, to be honest, this may be evidence to it not being the 3rd legendary. Every other image in the book has been very inaccurate to the actual Pokemon we got. Could it be Terrapagos onto another Pokemon that is hidden in the hexagonal shell, or is this just a reference to Terrajewels? So yeah, really cool ideas kind of flying around the community lately. We also have this new artwork to go over as well of Juliana from Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. It was tweeted out by Lutu, saying that it was drawn by director Shigeru Omori. So yeah, just some really cool artwork of the female protagonist in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet games. And this is just a little bit of a kind of timeline of his previous artwork. So the progression of Omori's art style has been really cool to see. We don't get a look at it that often. So this is obviously from Pokemon Sword and Shield, from Galar, and then we obviously have the Isle of Armor, and then we have the Crown Tundra, and then we have the Pokemon Legends Arceus artwork as well. So some really, really cool artwork there. But yeah, we've got some new artwork of the female protagonist in the Generation 9 games. But that is going to be everything for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Leave a comment with your thoughts on everything we covered in today's video. What are your thoughts on this new rumor? I think it's a load of BS, but let me know what you guys think. Also, what do you guys think about having to pay real money for a certain aspect in Pokemon? I'm completely against it. If the DLC was free to play, then fair enough, because then, you know, it becomes like a free-to-play game out there, like, you know, I don't know, like Fortnite or whatever, and then you obviously make transactions and stuff in it. But because the DLC is paid, and then if they made you pay for extra stuff with real money, nah, I think that's a complete massive L there from Pokemon if that was the case. But again, I think that's very, very unlikely to happen. And then let me know your thoughts and feelings about these two theories. But yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.